I keep trying to do a part 2 for the last video that I did. But lately I've been so tired that I don't even want to do anymore. I don't want to reflect back on what people have done. I didn't want to reflect back on it in the first place. But you see, these people, they still are out and about, living their lives. And some of these people still try to call and reach out. And the audacity that they have to think that things will be the way they used to be. For them to think that, I think that they're being quite naive. To think that I can go back and kumbaya with people who have stolen and betrayed me, all for monetary gain. These people who felt like it was okay because there was something that I did. I did something that made them upset, so it justified what they thought would be okay to do to me. You see, my aunt on my dad's side was the one who allegedly took my great-grandfather's will. And my question to that is, if other people's names wasn't up there, including mine, then why did you find that it was okay to take it? Because I feel like because my name could have possibly been up there, that was your reasoning. That was the reason she took it. I feel like her name couldn't have been up there. I think maybe she was left out of it, and because she felt the need to take it, and not just take it, but she felt the need to take it and hide it. So why would anybody do something like that? I feel like it's to obviously keep those who are supposed to have it. I feel like it was definitely to keep it away from them. But you see, she's so miserable and so much of a messed up person on the inside that it definitely does show on the outside. And it's just mind-boggling how these people are, like I said before, these people who are supposed to be your family and people who are supposed to look out for you. That's what everything was truly about. It was about looking out for each other. And they, I guess, you know, I can't even I can't even talk about what I think, what the issue was or anything, because I don't know that for sure. I don't know what thought process was involved when they took action, and it's because I don't think in that type of way, but um, it was all the way fucked up, and this is something that will probably always be kept from me, but I'm still going to get what's due. So I'm not worried about it. I just have to let it go. So in my last video, I mentioned my mother's younger brother, and I told you how I was supposed to pick up this piece of mail. And mind you, this did happen back when I was between the ages of 18 and 21. So I'm assuming, just based on, the evidence that I do have in front of me, I'm assuming around that time when I was between 18 and 21, I received a letter that stated that I was maybe entitled to a trust that I had. I feel like the trust came from my great grandfather, because, like I stated before, that's the type of person he was. He left behind inheritances and made sure, we had trust funds and things of that nature. And for the longest time, I was my great grandfather's only great grandchild. I was my grandfather's only grandchild because, for as far as I know, I am my father's only child. Um, you know, he could possibly have more children out there, but it's no one that I don't believe that, because he was so pressed on never having children again, and I would be his first and last child. So I don't think that he does have any other children out there. If he does, he's definitely keeping them hidden, because when he had me, it was such it was such a it was a change in his life that he did not want to happen, especially having me at such a young age. And so I say all of that to say there weren't too many names that could have, been on that will, and there wasn't too many people that trust would have been for, but I feel that it was one out there for me. And I feel like because my mom's younger brother lived there, he knew about the envelope. He tried cashing it or cashing the checks. He got caught. They placed larceny charges on his record, then I think what happened, because it continued, I think he got caught again, and this time he tried to convince the authorities that he had permission in some kind of way. And then I think he got my mother involved. That's how both of their email addresses became attached to my name. And I think that they got my sister involved to portray herself to be me, so that authorities would think that, she was obviously me, and he could get her to say that it's okay, or get her to authorize, the money. And if she was able to do that, then she would also gain some sort of monetary support along with my mom. They would all gain some sort of monetary support, and that would be, that was the plan. And I think that they went through with it for a few reasons. I feel like they obviously didn't tell me about it, because the money that they were or are receiving would obviously stop. Then all of the money would go to me if I actually knew what was going on. And I remember earlier this year, my sister tried to get a position where I am now, which is a position with the government. And it really seemed like, at first, it was very, it was, I was flattered that, she wanted to be like Big Sis. That's what it seemed like. But then at some point, it got a little creepy, because something within me started to feel like, hey, she's not trying to be like you. She's trying to be you. She really tried to capture my essence. She tried to do literally everything that I've done, but she wanted to make sure she could do it better. We don't have to compete. I don't compete with anyone. There's no competition between anyone, because no one started in the same place, and no one's going to finish in the same place. The things that I've been through, not everyone has been through. So how is it possible to compete when the obstacles that were thrown in front of one person wasn't thrown in front of the other? So she tries to get a position with with the place that I currently am employed. And she tells me about it. And they end up hiring quite a few people. And I mean, this is a place where quite a few people have worked there. Quite a few people have come and go. But she tells me earlier this year that she ended up not getting the position there because they were having issues with her background check. They found discrepancies and inconsistencies within the background check that they performed on her. So you mean to tell me all these people that I see coming and going, and you can't get in when you even had people that could help you get in? You know how you got people, you trying to go into a place and you got people that already work there that try to vouch for you so you can start working there too? She had that. But she didn't get in because her background check. Now, what was on her background check? What was inconsistent to the fact that she couldn't end up being with Big Sis? What is it that they found? And this is what I'm talking about. And these are the people that reach out to me and they tell you that they love you. But then they go and do this type of shit behind your back and expect you to be okay. I would never have done any of these things to not just my family, but to anyone. These are things that I would have never done. But it's okay. So you keep the will, Auntie. Keep it. Just hold on to that good old piece of paper you got. Go ahead and manipulate it because you probably have already done that. And whoever else that you got in your corner that act like they're fighting with you, but deep down inside, you guys are all in it together. Go ahead and you guys go on about your way. Everybody else that want to act like they're me for monetary gain or want to do fraudulent shit, y'all go do that over there too. That's fine. I'm glad I can help, but best believe you can't get nothing else from me. So when I do make it out of this situation somehow, I just want to be able to say that I don't have to deal with it no more. I just want to be able to walk away and to simply just enjoy the rest of my life without fake, fraudulent thieves around me.